So yeah, I do mostly, you know, individual U.S. stocks, and work for an asset management company. And
did you go to school for that, if you don't mind me asking? Or?
I did, yeah. I went to University of Illinois and graduated in finance. And then,
wow, okay, that's really cool and everything. I went to Abraham Bolden Agricultural College, was in Tifton, Georgia, and a lot of people think, damn, that's some redneck college. I studied agronomy, which is the study of the soil.
Ah, okay.
So I have my own little, it's a chemical lawn spray business. I have about 500 clients, and we do about 9 times a year. We go and spray people's lawns for bugs, fungus diseases, fertilization, you know, any kind of chemical. It's not mow and blow, but I'll go out and I'll chemically analyze a lawn is what I'll do for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, you know,
do you do that, like, is it commercial as well?
We do, yeah, we do commercial. I would say 90% of my business is residential, though.
Okay.
So, you know, like I said, I enjoy it. Let's go down here real quick. You went that way, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was
yeah, there was one drive, and because like the directions that Mark had shown me said turn left off Greenbrier, and I was like, well, that can't be right because 2420 is back here. And then you're kind of, I was looking at the mailbox and I saw the 2426, and I was like, well, what the hell?
A lot of people get lost.
But you were like right next to it, like adjacent to it, and I just didn't see that drive. Okay.
And let me tell you what I always do with my car. This over here is the oil temperature. I always let it get up to that red before, you know, I just get in it and like take off, you know what I'm trying to say? Because that way everything's lubricated, you know, it's all kind of oiled up. It's like, you know, and the guy told me that to do that. He said, Craig, it's best if you do that like that, because that way it gives the car time to warm up. It's like jumping in a car, I guess, and just taking off. You really don't want to do that. You want to let everything kind of, you know, what I call warm up.
Right, right.
So she's almost up about 210, and that's about, excuse me, not 210, she is 120. Yep, 120, and that's about, see that red right there?
Yep.
That's the oil, is what that is. And he always told me, he said, always let that get up to about the red before you really get into it.
Okay.
And you can tell how smooth it rides.
It does, yeah. It doesn't feel like a 7-year-old car.
Yeah, it doesn't. I'm
you know what though? Like
up,
these cars, like in the way they build these engines, especially like a supercar like this, like if you drive them, if you take care of them, they'll take care of you. You know.
They will. I think
really
the engine comes from Hungary, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And it's got like it's got the shocks, you know, the where, you know, it'll make it more of a stiff ride versus a comfortable ride. Your hazards, you know, if you go anything past like with the wing will pop up in the back. This
like
is
60, 70 miles an hour,
Right, the wing pops up, things like that. Yeah. She's just about warmed up. See the wing just popped up in the back?
Yeah.
Got her wing popped up.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yep. And always watch, like trucks like these coming out, you stay way behind them because of the fact, you know, all it takes one little rock.
One little rock.
Dang,
yeah.
You know?
Oh man, living like, I mean, I obviously baby my car, but living in the city, you know, you get a lot of rocks thrown. And so I put a clear bra in the front of it. Best $200 I've ever spent.
I was going to ask.
Oh man.
He asked me about that.
Yeah,
he asked me about that, and I said the only reason I didn't do it, somebody told me after about 5 or 6 years that they start to yellow a little bit.
Yeah, you got to get them removed and then replace them. But yeah, if you take care of them, the whole idea is you don't want moisture to get under it. So what you got to do is when you're washing it, especially if you're using like a power washer, if you're doing it like, you know, at a car wash or something like that, you don't want to get closer than 3 feet to it, and they'll give you like a cleaner for it specifically. Yeah, as long as you don't spray with the hose like within a couple feet of it, it can stay for 5 to 6 years, and mine looks perfect. And I got a black car, so if there was moisture in there, if there was moisture, you definitely see it, and I see nothing. So
black is beautiful, but it shows one.
Well, that's the biggest reason I got it, and I got it done by the guy at like Porsche Alpharetta, like up in North Georgia.
Okay.
He does all the Porsches up there, and he did mine. And like I said, you know, he just prints it out on a big printing machine. It's a couple $100, and like I said, I mean, it's $500 to repaint your bumper. So what's 200? You know?
I'm with you. Exactly. No, exactly. We'll turn around because I know you got time limit. We'll make a fast runway. I just want to stay away from these.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to see you kind of get, you know, get into the gears, do a little bit of rowing, and you know, sort of.
Let me let this one guy get by.
I mean, just from the sound, it.
And let me. When I do have the original exhaust.
Oh, okay.
So that's at my shop. My shop's about 20 miles away from here. So if he wants original exhaust, I do have. This is the STaSIS exhaust. When I first got it, I liked it, but the STaSIS exhaust is a difference between night and day. But it's not so loud that it hurts your ears.
Right.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's more of that low rumble.
It's German.
It's German.
It's not like a Ford Mustang.
Oh no, not at all. No, I love the German low rumble, but it's like it's kind of not so much this one, but like some of them, like the BMWs especially, are like a little tinny.
Let's hit the red button right there. So we do 110. You can tell it's just smooth.
It's just smooth. Yeah, it just.
I tell you, the car I drove the other day was a Tesla. I drove it was I think an S model.
Yep.
And you would not believe how insanely fast
I've driven one because there's no transmission. It's just there's no grabbing at RPMs and low and high end torque. It's just a constant flow of power. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Elon Musk gotta be a genius. And you hit this little paddle over here, and it reads the lines as long as you keep your hands on the wheel. If a car pulls, like let's say we're doing 55 now and a car pulls out in front of us from another lane that's only doing 50, it will compensate, the Tesla will compensate to keep you back a far enough distance. Right. And it also do 4-point, what I call 3 to 4 point turn parking. Like if you have a car here and a car here and you want to park here, especially for older people, you know what I'm saying? You pull up, you tap the lever twice, you do nothing. You put it in reverse, you have to put it in reverse, and it will literally park itself. It backs up, pulls forward, backs up right into the spot, boom, you're done. I was like, this is unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
You know? I mean, I'm 58 years old, and I'm thinking, this to me is like technology to the max. You know what I'm saying? So we're on fourth here, so we'll go to third.
Okay.
Now it does have the STaSIS flash on there, so it does bring the horsepower up to, I believe it's 575.
Okay.
When they first came out, they were 525.
Right, yeah.
Then they went to 540, and then of course you got the new ones that are, I think, 605 or 610. But that's the plus models.
Okay.
But the plus, for some reason, now there's another model called a GT, Audi R8 GT.
Right.
And they say that one doesn't hold its value as much, believe it or not, for some reason, as the plus models, because it had, I think, 580 horsepower.
Okay.
But you know, they're kind of all over the board. But what I've been told, and I don't do a whole lot of car shopping, is that most people misrepresent the car. In other words, they'll say the car's spotless, it has no blemishes, blah 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 blah, and you get there and the car's a piece of shit. You know what I mean by piece of shit? It's just it's got 40,000 miles, it's got rock chips all over it, not all over, but here and there, and it's just it's just how it is. And most of them are dealer cars. So in other words, a dealer, let's say, would pay you 80 or 85,000, and they'd want to make 10 or 15,000. You know what I'm saying? Yep. To sell it, and you can't blame them. They're in business to do business, but that's just not how. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. To me, when I sell the vehicle, I want to get a good price for it. I've had many people all day long offer me $90,000. I told them no.
Yep.
I said, I'm not going to take it. And I'm just not going to. The car's paid for. I give you take a copy of the title. So why would I just want to give something away that I have worked hard to get as my midlife dream, and you won't find a car, and they're not making any more automatics.
Right.
They're done. This car, with the mileage that it has, 6,500 miles on it, you will, in my opinion, you will not find a cleaner manual R8. You might one or two here or there, but they're very hard and very rare to find. Most of them, like I said, have, 30, 40,000 miles, or like you said, they've been tracked and they've been, what I call dogged. You know what I mean by dogs? They just dog the crap out of them, and you don't want to buy a car like that. I wouldn't.
No.
Because I mean, it's just,
Yeah, I mean,
when I had this house built, I wanted the guy made the garages 8 feet instead of 9 feet, but I wasn't here. I was at the beach when he built it, and they went ahead and did it, and I went out of